Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at cryptocurrencies that Blackrock is bullish on. Now they did just have their Bitcoin ETF approved this past week, which Larry Fink is very bullish on. He thinks that it could become digital gold as it is a very good store of value. However, as far as a use case, he does not think there's much of a use case for Bitcoin. However, there are other cryptocurrencies that I think could provide a lot of value to the financial markets, and so we're going to be taking a look at those. And so if you're interested in this type of content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also the bell notification to be notified if I make a future video. Also, while you're down there, make sure to check out the link to Margex, where you can leverage different cryptocurrencies, where you can short and long these. Now they have many different assets on their platform here. Now this is the list of cryptocurrencies that can be traded there. They have XRP, they have chainlink, and then obvious Bitcoin. And so make sure to check that link out underneath the video. And so let's go ahead and take a look at this video here from Larry Fink.
Let me be clear. I think ETFs are step one in the technological revolution in the financial markets. Step two is going to be the tokenization of every financial asset. And to me, this is where we believe it's going. So we're looking at Bitcoin, we're looking at ETFs in the same manner. These are technological changes that can allow us to move forward.
And so Larry Fink is not the only one focusing on real world assets. We have DTCC, which is a clearing and settlement services provider that is also focusing on this. Now they have been testing this with Swift's blockchain interoperability project, and so we can see here that there's assets up to $100 trillion. This is massive here. Rather than embarking on a wholesale rebuild of existing capital markets infrastructure, financial institutions are increasingly collaborating with innovative Web3 technology platforms like Chainlink to explore how capabilities can be embedded into their existing systems where possible to accelerate the real-world impact of blockchain technology in the global financial system. And so instead of building their own product, they're looking to utilize what already exists in Web3. You can see here that they have been working with Chainlink. They've been testing it. DTCC and Chainlink have collaborated on Swift's blockchain interoperability project, and so they actually call them out as they are testing them. And so I think this is a very bullish factor for Chainlink, and then this is also going to grow the entire industry. If they start pursuing this, we're going to see a lot of those other smaller real world asset cryptocurrencies do extremely well. And so two cryptocurrencies that are focusing on real-world asset tokenization is Maple Finance and Centrifuge. They both have decentralized platforms that are focusing on real-world assets like invoices or real estates or financial products. And so there's a lot of movement actually taking place, more than I would personally think. Now this is from July of 2023. We can see that Centrifuge almost has a cumulative total of over 300 million. Now today that is closer to 500 million. However, if we look at the market cap of Centrifuge, we are roughly at 300 million. And so this is a cryptocurrency here that I think could do very well. Here is Maple as well that we just mentioned based on the article there, trading at a $54 million market cap. Now these are relatively small. We also have Alliance Block here focusing on real world asset tokenization. And so there's many different ones here in this list. Now this does not include every real world asset token out there. However, this is a good start here, and so a lot of these could do extremely well. We have Rio here as well, which is very small. Now, there's a lot of people mentioning Rio, as this could have a lot of very good returns moving forward. And so in another article that was released here, we can see that they mention that 2023 was the year that they prepared the foundation for the future, and now 2024 will be the year of execution. So they've been doing a lot of testing, working with Chainlink, making sure that it's working with Swift, and now they are planning on executing that in 2024. And so we're going to go ahead and watch a video from DTCC.
Stephen Prosperi. I work at DTCC, which is a post-trade market infrastructure provider. Our core business is providing clearance and settlement services for U.S. securities markets and post some pretty big numbers. I think last year we processed $2.4 quadrillion worth of securities. We often get asked if that's a real number, and it is in fact a real number. And it represents basically all broker-to-broker trades of equities, corporate debt, treasuries in the U.S. markets. So naturally, we're very focused on blockchain and the opportunities that it can present in the kind of industry that where we sit in the industry. And kind of getting back to the question, cross-chain interoperability, we think it's very important. From day one of our exploration in this space, about 6 or so years now, we've kind of felt it important that there won't be one blockchain to rule them all. There will be multiple out there. The currencies will live across different chains, and other assets of value represented through tokens will live across different chains. So very similar to the role that we play in traditional markets of bringing all of those together, and similar to Swift in some ways in that nature, being connected to all the banks and broker dealers to provide services, whether it's clearing services, settlement services, a lot of those same aspects, they'll transform, they'll look a little bit different, but fundamentally are very similar, I think, in a digital asset world. So in most of the initiatives that we take on, we look at how can this plug into multiple blockchains, and how can things coming down the pike like CCIP be used to help us kind of maintain that view, and again, to not build something that's already built, and to not have to stand up infrastructure to support 100 blockchains. If we can support one piece that can then plug into those 100 blockchains today, maybe 200 blockchains tomorrow.
And so as you mentioned there, they are looking for something that's already plug and play. They want to find something that is going to work with the system today. They want to find something that's going to connect everything, and that is where chainlink is going to come into place. Now there's going to be other assets that are tokenized. As I mentioned, this is not going to just run on one single blockchain. There's going to be other cryptocurrencies that are tokenizing the assets and then possibly working with chainlink to integrate into the current system. And so there's going to be multiple different pieces of the puzzle. I don't believe that it's just going to be one cryptocurrency that you're going to have to focus on. And so this is very bullish for the entire cryptocurrency market. Now they already have the ETF approved, which is a big step in the right direction. And then as Larry Fink mentioned there, the second step is going to be how real world assets can have an impact on the financial space today, as there's a lot of improvements that could be made, right? And so if there's technology out there that could be useful, we should not be ignoring it, right? And so that's something that I think we have to focus on. We have to start making that move. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And make sure to check out that link underneath the video to Margex